welcome back, and thanks for coming back. You can dream like crazy. We're in downtown Paphos and we're heading up towards Memphis Hills, and we're going to take a left, go past the clubhouse, of course drive through the luxury resort of Memphis Hills, and head into Tsada. And whenever I think of Tsada, I always think of one of my great friends who's bought himself a rather nice house in Tsada, but at the moment he's in downtown Nice in the south of France, sorting out those little bits and bobs, and then he will be grabbing his French Brutti by the hand and getting on a big bird and jetting back into downtown Paphos for the rest of their lives. Who am I talking about? The one and only Lord Aldo, and of course his girl, Lady Sylvie. We're missing you like crazy and looking forward to seeing you when you come back to Paphos. Now, as I've said, we're going to take a left just up yonder and head up the hill into Memphis Hills. Memphis Hills is a luxury 5-star resort. It's got houses for sale, apartments for sale, it's got a spa resort, and on top of all of that, it's got a clubhouse, which means it's got a golf course, and believed to be one of the best restaurants in Paphos. So if you are looking for perhaps a little special weekend away, or a week, or perhaps the rest of your life, depends just how much money you've got, Memphis Hills could be that place that is waiting especially for you. Now, I'd like to say a big welcome to the Island of Love. Of course, our girl Tracy, Princess Tracy, jetted in yesterday, and now she's enjoying herself in downtown Paphos. And of course, we had a great evening with her last night in the Pelican restaurant in the centre of the harbour, and hopefully she's going to join us again tonight and for the rest of her holiday. I think Dame Anne's coming again tonight, Lady Ness, and if she's coming, obviously Lord Andy's coming, and I got a feeling some other great friends of ours are going to be there as well. That's our Lord Martin, and of course his smiling girl, the greatest accountant in the world, and of course that's our Lady Victoria. So if you do see us in the Pelican restaurant, don't be shy, come on over and say a big hello. Perhaps if your name is Sir Andy from downtown in Lim, just outside Warrington. If you see us, come and see us again. We'd love you to pull up a chair, get yourself a drink, and let's have a chat and find out what's going on in your life, and find out if you're enjoying your holiday in Paphos. I think you are, that's for sure. And a big thank you to all of the guys that wave to us and say that big hello as we strut our stuff in and around the promenade and the harbour area. We thank you, and it means an awful lot. It means that perhaps we must be doing something that's quite right, bringing a little bit of brightness perhaps into your life. Perhaps if you're in downtown South Wales and you've got a man in your life called our Sir Jace, and of course that must mean you must be our girl Lady Whitney. And of course we're looking forward to seeing you when you arrive in Paphos, and it's not far away, is it? No. And I'd like to say a big thank you to some great friends of ours who sent us a picture last night. They were relaxing in their hot tub in downtown Lancaster, but don't worry, they'll be coming and dipping in the blue Mediterranean very soon indeed. Who are they? Well, he's a baron and she's a baroness. That must mean Baron John and Baroness Louise, who likes that little bit of cheese and perhaps that glass or two of wine. And you never know, they might join us in the karaoke clubs in and around Paphos when they come to Paphos very soon indeed. Now, this is Memphis, as they say, Memphis Hills. Some of the houses are off there to the left, and slowly but surely now you're going to start to see the beauty of this resort. Sits on top of a mountain. It's got panoramic views all around, inland and sealand. Sealand, that's not quite the right words, is it? But you know what I mean. Often, if you're up here, you've got a spectacality of a view indeed, straight out into the blueness of that blue Mediterranean Sea. And the camera lens is showing you just how blue that sky is. You've guessed it. The sea is looking blue. Mr. Paul is dressed head to toe in blue, so that must mean one thing. All that is missing is you. So come on, get yourself on a big bird or a canoe. Start paddling like crazy. Paphos Cyprus, Marika and me. Oh yeah, we're waiting, especially for you. There we are. There's some golfing buddies. They've obviously been out early, done a nice round of golf, He looks a bit glum, so I've got a feeling his mate might have beaten him, and perhaps he might have lost €500,000 or something like that. But now they're heading off somewhere, perhaps to drown their sorrows. You never know. And also, last night, talking about drowning our sorrows, Paphos had a spectacality of an evening indeed, because they gave a team from Nicosia a good leathering in the football. 3-0 was the score. Paphos could be the greatest football team in the world. Well, certainly in downtown Cyprus. See, a lot of things going for Paphos, isn't there? And if you read some of these European reports, they were in the press the other day, Paphos is the best city in Cyprus by a long way to live. We've now got the best football team. Apparently we've got the best YouTubers in the world, and that's not us, obviously. And on top of that, we've got you guys who keep coming to Paphos over and over again, because Paphos is a very, very special little place indeed. Big enough to cope, but small enough to care. Most people who come to Paphos always come back. Perhaps you won't come back next year, but I'm pretty sure that you will come back again and again. And a lot of people come back 2, 3, 4 times a year. And that's a fact, especially if your name is Lord of the Harold. And of course, he's got a girl in his life called Lady Pat. And they come back 4 or 5 times a year. They're coming back at Christmas, and we'll be waiting especially for them. And I'd like to say a big, big thank you to Lord Harold, because of course he's the gentleman that gifted us 10 virtual coffees on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. And we do thank you from the bottom of our 2 hearts. On that note, if you'd like to keep us afloat, if you'd like to gift us a coffee or 2 via the Buy Me a Coffee platform, it's totally safe, it's totally secure. That is how you keep this little channel afloat. Why not click through, read a little bit more about us? Why not perhaps go read a comment or 2, and then, if you choose, perhaps gift us that virtual coffee or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. You can also join us as a superstar member on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, starting off at only €10 a month. I'd like to say a big, big thank you to some of those guys. If your name is Duke Phil, there's a girl in your life called Duchess Sharon. We thank you for being a superstar member. Of course, if your name is Sir Lee, and there's a girl in your life called Lady Jo, we thank you very, very much indeed. Talking about Lees, there's another Sir Lee in downtown South Wales. He's got himself a beauty, and of course that's our Lady Vicky. They got 2 superstars, by the way. Yeah, Princess Kaylee and of course Princess Layla. We really, really appreciate you sticking with us and keeping on funding the channel. Thank you very, very much indeed. Now, Tsada is coming up, so I'll bet you in the downtown south of France there's a man with his girl sitting on the edge of their sofas, because yes, your house may be coming up very, very soon indeed. Then we're going to drop down and head towards Paphos, and I promise you, you're going to get some spectacalities of views indeed. Yes, Sir Jim, there's that magic word. Cuddle up to Lady Amanda, give her a kiss, give her a cuddle, because very, very soon indeed you will be getting on that big bird and jetting into Paphos, and we'll be waiting especially for you. Now, there is a young man who likes to tune into the channel now and again. He makes sure that his dad sits next to him and his mum sits on the other side. That's our Sir Carl, and of course his mum is Lady Rebecca, so that must mean he must be Viscount James, and he would like to drive to Paphos just for the day. I think when he gets here he's going to want to stay here for the rest of his life. So a big, big shout out to Viscount James. Hopefully we'll see you very, very soon indeed. Now, there is another family member who's a little bit younger than Viscount James. In fact, he's not even 1. In fact, he's not even a week old yet, and he is the one and only superstar who looks very, very cool indeed in his little white outfit with his little white bobble hat on. Who am I talking about? She's getting excited. Yep, Lady Zena and of course our Sir Kev are sitting on the edge of their sofa. Yep, Viscount Lorenzo, welcome to the world. And one of these days we know that we'll be seeing you strutting your stuff down the downtown Paphos promenade. And of course there's another chappie waiting for you as well, and that is our Sir Chris, the greatest Mediterranean sea sail spongeman in the world. And guess what? He's back on patrol on the Paphos Promenade. So if you want a lovely, lovely natural Mediterranean sea sponge, well, that's the man for you. And of course, he'll be back on camera very, very soon indeed. And also, there's another Gumbaru reappeared on the Paphos Promenade. So if you want your name on a grain of rice, yeah, or on a bracelet, yeah, a necklace, those kind of things, ankle bracelet, for example, Konstantinos will be waiting especially for you. So they'll be featuring on camera over the next few days. So don't forget to keep coming back to the little channel known as Marika and me. And of course, if there's somewhere that you'd like us to go, drop it into those comments. And if it can be done, we will do that video especially for you. Soon we're going to go and make a spectacality of a video indeed, at probably the greatest wedding venue in the world. And of course, it's situated in the foothills of Tsada. And I tell you what, it's going to be a spectacality of a video indeed. And I'll bet you Lord Lee and of course Lady Jo are waiting for that video, and it'll be coming very, very soon indeed. Now we're going to start our descent into downtown Paphos, so don't click off just yet. You are about to get a spectacality of a view straight over the treetops and the rooftops of upper, mid, lower Paphos, and of course straight out into that blue, 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 blue Mediterranean Sea. So don't forget, hit that like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness as I take you on my travels in and around Paphos. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's a view quite simply to die for. That's a view to take my breath away. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon indeed.